Okay, we're going to be taking this reel apart today. The previous video I did is just a general review on the what it is, like what the size is. It's very similar to the Bay Head or the Penn 85. As you can see here, I showed this reel in the previous one. Very clean, very nice, but I don't think I can get it to be this clean. I can just give it a shot. But let's get into it. We're going to get a flathead strainer screwdriver. I don't know if I can get the screws to turn. I'll give it a shot. If they don't turn, then I'm just going to try some penetrating oil and then let's try it again. Let's try moving the side plates off first. So I'm going to do a screwdriver. I'm going to try to just wiggle it in and kind of pick all the dirt out of it. So the screw heads are clean as I can get them. What I'm trying to just do is pick all the dirt and debris inside the flats so that the screwdriver can get inside. Oh, this is getting a little tight. Do this off camera a little bit. Oh my god, it's tight. Ooh, look at all the dust coming out of there. That's all the corrosion. Let's see what it looks. Oh, no way. Take a look at this. Do you see what I'm seeing? The threads are perfectly clean. Wow. I was fully suspecting this thing to be toast, but it's in nice shape. Like, the screws are not rusty. Like, this is only the first one, but we're making some progress here. See that? That's not. I guess what happens is maybe someone put oil in here. Maybe I don't know, 100 years ago or something like that. Or maybe this is the corrosion made a seal around the screw head and stop any further corrosion from getting into threads. So that's a miracle on its own. Let's just keep trying a little bit at a time. Gee, that's tight, but it's moving. That it's a miracle. Like I said earlier, I think the corrosion on the head of the screw stopped from any further corrosion from getting into the threads. So that's a promising sign. So let's just keep going. Let's see if I can get this guy to open up, or try other tactics like penetrating oil. A little rusty, but it's not bad. Let's keep going. This one's loose. So their threads are actually pretty good. I'm surprised. I want to see what the inside of this reel looks like. Trying to be as very careful as possible so that I don't damage the threads too much. More than likely parts are not available for this reel, like the Penn 85, but I can probably cross over the cross screws or something similar to that, but hope not. But yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, now for the big reveal. What does it look like on the inside? Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Someone has greased this thing before, maybe back in the, I don't know, 30s or something like that. But that is promising. Look at that. It's not corroded. Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Look at all that. I don't know what that is, but it looks like what is that, like a greenish hue to it? But there is grease in here, very hard, black, dry grease. Let me scrape some of this out for you so you can see better. Right there on top of the screwdriver, it's almost like coal or chalk. Very hard, stiff grease. Probably the grease saved the day, honestly. It probably prevented some of the corrosion or further corrosion. Here. barely shifts. Look at that. Still works. After 75 to 80 years of absolutely rusting away, it's still okay. Now I actually have some hope for this reel, that it actually will, function properly and not be one of these reels that are just garbage and not worth fixing. Okay, let's continue on removing the screws. That was pretty much the changer right there. If that was totally green and like it's basically there's no metal left, that's pretty much the history of the reel right there. What I can always do is get the parts from the Penn 85 and put it in there. Like I can just go on the internet, pick up some spare parts, maybe someone who has a bridge and all the internal workings of a Penn 85. I can stick this in here, but the piers I can save it because it's not too rusty. It still has that brass color. Let's keep moving on. I'm going to keep taking these screws out for the crossbars. Like I said, it's just enough where that I can get leverage, but I didn't put any penetrating oil on here. As you can see, it's very dry. So whoever had this reel before me, thank you for doing a good job in keeping this reel clean and away from any kind of corrosion and water and all that stuff like that. Maybe you kept it in a dry building or a dry warehouse, or maybe it was in your collection or something like that. But I do thank you for that, for keeping it from corroding further than what it is. Probably did, you probably did the best you can by saving it, or try to keep it from rusting out too much. But I'm here today to try to restore it the best I can, so that the Penn bay head has some company with it. Because the Penn bay head's all by itself. And I thought, well, wait a minute, why not just get the reel that's beside it, which is the Bridge City on catalog number 8, page 9. These two reels are together, not the one with the wooden handle, the one with the football handle that was beside it. This is a 38 model, but it's still they're very similar reels. But anyways, so all the crossbars are out. Now we're going to try taking out the foot. Again with a flat, trying to clean all the dirt out of there or something like that. You can see that right here there's actually dust, corrosion dust coming out of the screw hole. That like make like a seal, almost like plumbing tape or something like that, which I don't know what you call it, but I kind of save the threads from rusting right out. Oh boy, that barely turned. Hoping I'm not stripping the threads too much. Like I said, I can more than likely, unfortunately, replace some of these parts with the Penn 85. I'm hoping that they are the same. But just a quick look here, you can actually see that it's not corroding where the plastic meets the metal. So there is some hope that the reel isn't rusted right out where it has bad bones. The reel has good bones so